I don't usually do like formal introductions because I know Black Friday is supposed to be super casual, but I guess I should start off by saying welcome to Freaky Fridays with with Solie, yes indeed, for boo to reference. All right, so I know this week's a rant, or this day is a rant, so I'm gonna get this. I'm gonna get worked up because I do have a rant, and you see. Oh my gosh, like I'm not. I wouldn't say rival Boo with rants. Let's be honest. I mean, Boo's king of rants, but I rant a lot. I because I can vent my frustration. I bottle it all up. So I think I can get this one under control. I mean, so I don't know what to do, but I guess we could get this rant underway because I do have something to rant about. So, alright. My rant is about fake people. And this is actually a really broad topic. Let me explain. I go to a middle school. This means not fake people. It's basically middle school people because you guys know, I know most of the listeners here are probably around maybe a little older than me, maybe a little younger too. Like, I don't know, whatever. No, like whatever. So, and this is like, I gotta do this all in one thing. So, middle school people, there's a whole bunch of different people, and like high school even takes it to like extremes, but middle school people is just weird. There are fake people, and this is the main topic, fake people. I have a friend, and I went on a rant about this. Maybe a few weeks ago, I have what's called Beta Club, which is basically like, you're volunteering, you're a good person, blah, 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 blah. You get an achievement that you're getting, blah, blah, blah. Anyway, so I'm like, oh, yay, whatever. This girl, alright, so I have known this girl, what should we call her? I'm gonna call her Lindsay, because I love Lindsay. I'm gonna call her Lindsay. Now, Lindsay here, I've known her since 3rd grade. I have known her, she was the sweetest little girl. She acted all like, she was what's it called? She was a goody-goody, and I'm not gonna lie, she's a goody-goody. And she was a goody-goody until maybe 7th grade, where she dyed her hair, and she looked like a clown. I mean, it was orange with brown underneath it, and so, and this is basically a rant about Lindsay here. So, Lindsay, oh my god, Lindsay here dyes her hair, and she goes and asks this girl who also dyes her hair red, but she usually looks good with it, except when her roots are showing. Gross. So she goes and she's like, oh my god, how's my hair look? And she's like, she's like, there are two different like broad personalities in my school, nice and mean. I'm gonna avoid cursing. So so she's a nice girl, and I'm gonna call her whatever. This girl, I'm not gonna give her a name. This girl, she says, "Oh, it looks fine." When like she has that face, like, "Oh my god, girl, you need to change your hair." But so she comes over to me, Lindsay. That's not her real name, but Lindsay comes over here, and she's like, "Oh, how's my hair look?" And I was like, "I don't know, it's not the best." She literally goes, she turns on her ratchet switch, and she goes, "Well, everybody else says that my hair looks amazing." And I'm like, well, everybody else is this one girl who's too afraid to lie at you because she's nice. Your hair looks like a clown. And then I told her some other things, but she got all mad. So maybe further on in the year, like really, no, it was the beginning of 8th, was it? Somewhere between like the end of 7th grade and the beginning of 8th grade. She cuts her hair and actually makes it dyed like weird red cherry color, which is okay, I guess. But like, she's trying to change herself. You've already gotten this, but she's trying to change herself, right? And I remember she's in my art class. We do year-long art, long story, which is not for this. But I walk in and I literally go, I see her hair and I'm like, I'm done. I went, I'm done with you. And keep in mind, she's trying. I'll save this for after I finish. So later on, she's wearing clothes. Oh my god. I feel like she's wearing goth clothes. She's wearing eyeliner. Her face is paler than Edward Cullen. She is a mess. And you guys will, I know there's like at least 4 people who are gonna be like, I dress up like an emo, that doesn't make me a freak. She's a freak no, she's not a freak. I'm not gonna judge. I can judge. But like, I'm not gonna be that mean. But she's a freak because she's trying to be someone she's obviously not, and she's trying to change herself in a day. You can't do that, girl. You can change yourself over, like, I don't know, a week. But, like, you can't try to change yourself in a day. She's wearing black boots, skin tight pants, and, like, weird, not leather jacket, but it's like a fake leather, but it's like cloth or something. And I was like, girl, stop. Girl, stop. And so, now, here's where our beta club's in. She got in a beta club, right? She still acts like a goody-goody. Or not super goody-goody, but she's still, like, smart. But she comes in to beta club with the induction ceremony. You're supposed to be semi-formal, quote-unquote, Sunday casual. She comes in with a red, it was like some sort of dress. Oh my god, that's normal. She comes in with black studded boots. She looked ridiculous. And I come over when my mom's like, this is so embarrassing. But like, I come over and I talk to my mom. I'm like, she looked ridiculous. I was like, look at her shoes. And she recognized the name too. And like, she was like, what happened? She was like, what happened to her? And like, literally, and I find this hilarious. We were talking about her. Thank God she didn't hear say Lindsay's name because Lindsay over here was right behind us. And I went, but, like, she didn't hear us because her stupid studded boots were going clunka, clunka, clunka. But, oh, God, she was hideous. So, what else? She's in my reading class, too, right? Or language arts, whatever. And she's reading a book called The Girl with the Dragon Tattoo. Great book, by the way. Girl, you gotta read it. But Lindsay comes over here wearing, Lindsay here, she's, like, quoting books. She's like, I'm really interested in this book. Like, I love the way she's, like, a firebrand or whatever. Like, actually, I use that word. She's like, I love it that she's a rebel. I literally realized, girl, you just based your entire appearance off a book. You're even acting like you just based your entire thing off of a book. And she's like crazy. I know this girl. In the book, she's like not crazy. She's pretty cool. But like, you're not cool. And oh my god, favorite part in art class one time, she literally goes, if I could drop out of high school, I would, but I want to go to college. I freaked out in my head. I kind of distant from her now at that point, but I literally freaked out in my head like, you're going to high school because your parents are good. I don't even know what your parents are doing, making you look like Edward Cullen got hit by a bus. And Lindsay over here, but like, I was like, you're definitely going to high school. You gotta stop with this act. You want to go to high school and not college, you're not going to be a dropout. I don't even know what your parents are doing, but they're obviously not watching after you. And I know their parents, super sweet. She is a super sweet dad, a super sweet mom. I don't know what's going wrong with her. But other things. I'm going to get into this quick little middle school thing. I don't even know. But middle school. So you all know these people, but like, I have experienced everyone. Because, believe it or not, I'm a person who has 3 different selves. I have public self, like school self, business or casual self, which I played up. I'm not gonna lie. I play myself up. I'm playing myself up right now. I mean, let's be honest. But like, yeah, I have to. I mean, okay. Let's be honest. I freak out a lot too. But I play myself up a teeny bit when I'm at school. Then casually, I'm like, you know what? Like, I was like, yeah, whatever. I talk to my friends. I love them. But then I have my gaming self, which is usually, unless I get worked up, the podcast. That's how you know me. And I usually am like that. I'm not gonna lie. But when I get worked up, I freak out. So, but there are, I am usually my school self, or I guess you could say my gaming self. My gaming self and my casual self are the same thing, except I'm, like, more smart when I'm gaming. Anyway, so, there are different things. By the way, I have to say this first. Wednesday, which is, I'm recording this on Thursday, Wednesday, this is hilarious. And you guys, keep in mind, guys, I'm in 8th grade. So, Wednesday at school, Wednesday at school, like, we all leave to the bus, and, like, our school is weird. Like, there's a bathroom next to the cafeteria, and across from us to the gym, right? So we go there's a hallway between those, and I'm walking through the hallway, and I leave, right? So we leave at, like, 4, not 4, whatever, like, a little before 4. So, and you already know what I'm getting at right when I say the first sentence. Bus driver walks by later on, apparently, and hears noises in the bathroom. And 2 people were doing it, and I know them a little bit. And I was like, You're in 8th grade. You better not try to get that girl's preggers, because, girl, she can't have that baby if she's in 8th grade. They both got out of school suspension for 10 days. But those are the people who are trying to grow up too fast, and they're acting like they're fake selves. Here is, yeah, middle school people. Like, middle school people, everybody's trying to act like somebody they're not. You know that. We know that. You're not. You probably, I'm not going to lie, I've definitely done that. But I hate it when people let other people sculpt who they are. I went on a rant about this, not here, in school. I went on a rant about this. I literally said basic and poser in the same thing, and everybody laughed because everybody knows what basic is, and everybody knows what poser is. So these posers over here trying to act like they're ghetto, trying to act like they're not who they are, and they're crazy. So let's be honest. I have a friend named, let's name him, you know what? I don't know what to name him. I know what to name him. We'll name him Cody, because Cody over here has ratchet teeth. He's white, and I know for a fact he has Legos in his room. And he's in 8th grade. I haven't seen him since 7th grade, but let's be honest. He is a poser to the extreme. He's done drugs. I'm not gonna lie, he's tried drugs. He is really annoying, and I don't talk to him anymore because he's annoying, and I sit next to him on the bus, and oh my god, he killed me. But so he's there, and he is loud. He laughs like a hyena. He is annoying. He tries to act black. Like, you know how Miley Cyrus is trying to act like Rihanna? He's trying to be like Lil Wayne if Lil Wayne were on Scissor all the day. So he is like, ha ha ha, and then I have another friend who, like, I'm not kidding, like, let's be honest, I'm a little curious, like, girl, like, curious, right? So, like, we have a tall friend who's, like, super strong, he's, like, super muscular and stuff, and he's always, like, flaunting himself, right? But, like, he's annoying. My gal pal, Sarah, on the bus, she used to sit next to him sometimes, and she hates him. Today, he kept tickling her and, like, like, getting all up in her, and he's, like, weird. So, when he's not weird, he's, like, awesome, and he's, like, girl. I was like, and then she got mad at calling him sexy. I was like, well, he is. I'm not, like, gay, please. But, like, you know how girls call, like, other girls hot or, like, pretty? Like, it's the same thing with guys, except most guys don't do that. But I'm true to myself. I don't care who tell me not. Anyway, he's like, he in the back of the bus, he's going, nah, I'm like, what the heck are you shouting for? We don't want to hear you with you singing your ratchet songs. I'm not kidding, that's not part of the song. It's just him going, hi, hi, to trying to be cool, and it's really annoying. Then there's these 2 other kids who moved from, like, Louisiana to here. And they're ghetto, and they're legit ghetto, I know that too, but they're wearing, like, they're trying to act like they're wearing, you know, like, ghetto people, like, they're, like, trying to be ghetto, and they're like, hey, yo, man, I want to do them drugs, like, smoking that weed and doing that, you know, like that. And then, like, but they're supposed to be named, like, Jordans, but they can't afford a house. Basically, that's like ghetto people are, right? I don't know. That's what they're trying to act like. So he's like acting like he has like cool clothing. I'm like, first of all, nobody should care about cool clothing because guess what? You're gonna outgrow them until you're 21, when you should be caring about clothes and you should stop growing. You shouldn't be getting expensive clothing unless you're me because I'll never grow. Like my mom's like, oh my god, you haven't grown, girl. I'm wearing this shirt since 6th grade. Anyway, oh my god, I've been wearing this shirt since 6th grade. Anyway, so they've been talking and they're like, oh my god, shut up. But they act like they're all that. They are so loud, and they have afros. Not like giant afros, let's be honest. But one of them has an afro pick, and I am so tempted to get that afro pick and throw it out the window. But girl, I'm super skinny. You, and everybody else knows this. I am skinny. I'm not kidding. And like, here's my real moment, guys. Like I can wrap my. It's kind of sad for me, but I've learned to accept who I am, sort of. And I'm really skinny, like I put my fingers around my wrist. It's embarrassing, and don't tell me anything about it, because I don't want to hear it. So this is like the real moment, guys. But anyway, so like everybody's acting like, here's my last part. People who, stereotypes. Me, Staryu, Garrulous, I think Boo for a little bit, but it was me, Staryu, Garrulous, and Toadette. We were all talking about this, and I got emotional because I get emotional very easily. And here's what it comes up. We were talking about, like, I don't know, I had a friend who her name, we'll call her by her, she wants to have a sex change. And here it is. Her name is, call her by her man name, Skylar. She's 13. You should still be worrying about, like, oh my god, does this boy like me? Are these these booty shorts short enough. You shouldn't be worrying about if you're not born into this. Unless you know for a fact, and I know she didn't because she used to be straight and she used to be super sweet apparently. But, well, she's bi or something, I don't know. She's acting like a guy. And I was like, apparently she wants to get a physical one. I'm like, girl, stop. She moved, or she didn't move, she got transferred. So, but she has friends who still talk to her. I was like, I had to tell my friend, or telling Garrulus, Toadette, and this. We got on this, and it wasn't an argument. We were all on the same side. I just thought it was really, you shouldn't be worrying about this. I'm not going to reveal any secrets, but like, I'm not going to reveal what happened. But at one point, we were talking about how girls and guys have standards. And girls have it worse off. And I'm not going to lie. Girl, I would not, and I'm not trying to be sexist, but I wouldn't want to be a girl because you have to worry about all these physical stuff, and you have to be all like that. Like, and you have like emotional. But I am trapped in, let's be honest, I'm trapped in a girl's body pretty much. Like, I'm super skinny, and I'm emotional, and I'm pop culture person. But I'm not, I'm like, let's be honest, I'm like non. But anyway, so, we were talking about how people have standards. Like, or standards, like, for a guy, and I'm trying to quote Staryu here. He said, like, guys have to be strong and cool and smooth. Staryu said he was, like, smooth, but he's not strong. I'm like, let's be honest. I am not. I'm the opposite. He was, my friend, the dude who was going, hoy, hoy, has, like, he always flexes. I'm like, I wish I had you. Because, or not you. I wish I was you. Because he is, like, you know, not he, but anybody, everybody else has a perfect life. I feel like. I know everybody out that's learning in this church. Like, in church, everybody has their suffering. I'm like, what could you be suffering by? You have, like, and this is totally jealousy speaking, and I know, like, deep down in my mind, I know, oh my gosh, they're definitely suffering from something. But what? Like, you have, like, everybody loves you. And, like, I know, if you have the bigger chain now, you're probably gonna have a better life whenever. But I'm like, no, you won't. I'm sorry. Like, or like up when you die, most likely, if you believe in the afterlife, if you're that, I'm that, so let's be honest. But like, not afterlife, heaven. Anyway, but like, you're never gonna grow up. Everybody says, oh my gosh, you're gonna grow out of it. No, you're not. It's gonna be extremely hard to. People grow up in their perfect lives. My mom is still short. My dad is still a computer person. And they didn't like that. They're still that. I just don't say that. But anyway, these people have perfect lives, and it's all sad about me. But we were all talking about how, like, guys have terrible. I am the bottom of the food chain next to this kid who might be disabled, and I'm not trying to be funny. He might have, like, a weird social condition. And I'm not trying to joke around. Like, legit, I am terrible. People know me for my personality. I learned that I've been severely bullied. Not, like, physically. Like, there are people, you know, like, when people say, like, at least you're not, like, physically bullied. I've learned that if you're not bullied as bad as others, it hits you more emotionally. And you probably, if you've been bullied, and maybe some of you, and I think some of you have, like, everybody's been bullied at one point, I think. Actually, no, that's a lie. But most people have been bullied at one point. So, I've been bullied, and it really hurts. And I've realized that to push it away, but it's really hard for me. But I've learned that if I was, like, these people, it really hurts, but anyway, like, these people, I don't know how you've been bullied and something like that, and honestly, like, but, like, I wish I wasn't that, because really, when you get bullied not as much, it hits you more emotionally, and, like, you know that, like, even, like, the slightest thing just, like, wrecks you. You feel like the wall that Miley Cyrus broke down with her wrecking ball. You feel broken. You can't, it's hard, because and I don't like it, and I just don't like the fact that people who act like they aren't usually are just trying to avoid bullying. I'm, like, there's a difference between acting like someone you're not and, like, having it deep down inside of you. Like, I've always had a loud personality. I used to be really quiet, but I knew inside I wanted to shout at people, slap them, and drown them. And I do 2 of the 3, and slapping and shouting. But, like, people have perfect lives, and I've always, and, like, this is, like, I know it's not a rant, no, it is. You know what? Let me get my rant cap on. Alright, so I don't understand how these people can be like, oh my gosh, like, we have problems. What was it? Like, we're just like you, but we're perfect. Hot girls, we have problems too. Like, that song, you know? No, these people act like they are that. I'm like, no, you don't. if I could be strong, if I could be tall, I would be cool. By the way, I have another friend who's super tall, and he actually had, like, not like a growth disorder. It was sort of like that, but he's, like, cool. He's super cool. Everybody loves him. He's kind of hairy, which is awesome. But he's super tall, and he hates me. He doesn't hate me. These people hate me because I get crazy. I admit I can get crazy with people because it's me. Oh my god, this is really getting emotional. But, like, I feel that I can no longer, like, I can't cope with myself, and it really hurts. But this is like this is definitely a Freaky Friday. Let's be honest. And like with Lindsay over here, and like what's it called, Cody. Speaking of Cody, oh my God, Cody was. Thank God Cody wasn't on the bus because I don't like him. Cody, quotation marks. But I just don't understand that why people can say there's so many things. Middle school stinks. Yeah, blah blah blah. But I don't understand why people can say they have worse lives than me, or saying it's not that bad. Never tell me it's not that bad. I will slap you. I will cut you. It's because I'm jealous. I admit it. Please, and like I just wish that I can be someone I'm not. I've learned it's really hard to cope with yourself, and I know you guys, at least some of you said that, it's really hard to cope with yourself. Because have you ever felt, like, the way I've learned to say it, and, like, the way I've actually learned to describe it is, it's hard to not cope with yourself. You're embarrassed of yourself. I've been embarrassed of myself. I've learned to deal with it, but I have friends who can have worse off than me. But I'm lucky not to be crazy. Like, I have a friend who cuts themselves. A couple friends who cuts themselves. I cry. I'm legitimately. I saw my friend had a big one. I started crying because he's a little crazy. I'll admit that, but I know deep down inside he's a little messed up. Like I don't think he has that. He doesn't have that bad. Here you go, like not emo kids, but like people who cut themselves. You don't have that bad of life. I'm being honest. Like you guys, there are certain people who can cut themselves. I understand, but you shouldn't be cutting yourself. Blah blah blah. But like. I was like, I know this kid doesn't have, the worst thing he has is a divorced family. And let's be honest, I don't have a divorced family, but I have a terrible emotional structure and like physical structure, and I'm at the bottom of the food chain, let's be honest. I get eaten up like Kourtney Kardashian eats up her food. But I'm really sad about it, but I'm really sad about this, and I should probably end this soon. But I have a friend named Jenna, and she is the sweetest thing. Well, we'll call her Jenna, and she is the sweetest thing. She is hilarious. She is me. Me and her. I have friends who my girls. They are all like me. I have a friend named, what's her name? We'll name her Kim. I have a friend named Kim who gets all. She is like nobody's business. And then we have Jenna, who is like nobody's business. Who's like their best friend. And my friend, Maddie, I guess I'll call her. And she's super sweet. She is into those scene bands, and she's super sweet. And she doesn't cut herself. So, you know what? Stand up for her. And I have my best friend, who I will say her name because I'm allowed to say it, and she's my best friend, so she won't care. Her name's Abilene, and she's the sweetest little thing. And her Abby, which I'll also say her name, are like the best two people in the world, and they're like my best friends. And she's dating one of my friends, Cameron, who I'll also say, who, by the way, I know I'm talking really fast, but by the way, in 3rd grade, he was my best friend. 4th grade, we had a fight. We never talked to each other. We were hating each other. And I never understood why. Did you? It's so awkward every single time. It's not like, oh my god, I hate you, I'm still going to annoy you. But it's super awkward to talk to him. It's just like, I always remember that fight. I remember we were talking about it in the lunch line, and I called him Frankenstein because he has 2 moles in it. But then he called me an Indian girl because I have a big freckle in the middle of my forehead. But, well, I'm going to end this off soon. But let's just summarize. Stop being fake. Don't cut yourself. You better take into people's consideration for feelings, because I am not perfect. I am barely a guy. Let's be honest. I mean, like, I could get a sex change, but, like, I'm not gonna, because I'm not a girl. Let's be honest. I'm not gay. Yet. I mean, like, I'm not being mean, but, like, there's always a possibility, because I'm, like, basically curious. But, basically, like, I'm a little before that. Anyway, but, and friends, keep your friends close, because you don't know what's gonna happen to your friends. I have a friend who nearly killed herself, and I freaked out. I get so emotional when it comes to my friends, and I was like, oh my god, you're so sweet, and I was like, you better not do this again, because I will come after you, because I love you, and I'm not letting you do this again. So, with all the mistakes in your life, Freaky Friday comes to a close, and I'll see you next time with a whole bunch of news, because we need to pour this down. And I need to get a break and some tea. I will see you later. Good night.